everyone, this is Shivangi and welcome back to the Daydream Project Beauty. I'll be honest, I'm quite nervous about today's video because this is my first recreating a famous beauty guru's iconic look video. In today's video, I'm going to recreate a makeup look by James Charles. For all of you who don't know who James Charles is, really? You don't know who James Charles is? Go to his channel right now and then come back here. He is an iconic American beauty guru who has just way too many talents to count. He can sing, he can draw, he can paint, and boy, he can do makeup. Undoubtedly, he's one of the most talented makeup gurus that I have ever come across on YouTube. James Charles recently came out with his own palette in collaboration with Morphe, and the look which I'm going to recreate is this one. Now, this is the look which was used in all the branding, campaigns, and commercials for his own palette, and I know that I am biting more than I can chew, but I really wanted to try this out. Alright, now few things to note. I don't have James Charles' palette. Yes, I don't. He has used his own palette for this tutorial, but the palette which I am going to use today is this one. This is Morphe 35B palette, and this used to be his favorite palette before he came out with his own. This palette has now been discontinued by Morphe, and because the color scheme is quite similar and I already had it, I did not get the James Charles palette. I might get it in the future though, but first I want to actually play around with this one. Also guys, my face structure and my eye shape is completely different than his, so the results might seem a bit different, and I don't have the same camera and lighting setup. I am just doing it with my own setup, so the colors might seem a little different as well. Now without further ado, let's begin with the video. If I mess this up, please don't hate me. I love you guys. I'm going to play the tutorial he made on this look. He talks a lot about his palette and the brush set which he created in this particular video. So I kind of trimmed it to just the bits where the tutorial is there. So let's begin.
Already completely on because we just shot the music clips for the commercial this morning, but I'm just going to, oh, ouch. Pop off our lashes and add my look on top of this.
That is off the table. The base is already done. That's why I did my base already.
I'm first gonna grab an M433 brush and dip into the shade Escape, and I'm going to pop this right on the outer corner and start to like imagine it's gonna be like the outer V. I normally don't apply shadows like this either, but
so I obviously don't have the same brushes. I'm going to use my own brushes. I do have certain Morphe brushes which I'll use though, and the shade which I'm going to use is this one. This is Pro Art PE29 brush. So I've created a V here. Let's see.
I'm next gonna grab another M433 brush and dip into the shade Single, which is that lighter purple shade. And I'm gonna use this to lightly diffuse out the edges. I'm just gonna...
For this, I am going to use this shade. This looks like a light purple shade. And with the same brush, I'm going to diffuse out the edges. How much is he putting it though?
Tuck that right into the crease as well.
Okay, to the crease as well.
Now that the purple's all placed on the outer corner and it's all set in place, I'm just going to grab an M441 brush and dip into B, which is the bright yellow shade. And I'm just gonna pop this right on my inner corner, kind of blending it into the nose contour as well, and just pulling this up right into that crease region.
Okay, so guys, I'm going to use this shade to do this, and I know for a fact that this is not as pigmented as this one, but we're just trying. And I'm using a DU Care blending brush to do the same. It's not even showing up all the way to the nose contour. All right, moving on.
I'm gonna dip this shade right into the bright red, which is called You're Kidding. Why is it called that? You're gonna find out when I put this on. You're kidding. Look at that pigmentation. Oh my god, that is like true red.
Okay, for this I am going to use this red shade, and I'm using a brush which I bought from Shein. This was a brush set which was a dupe of Wet n Wild brushes. Alright, moving on.
Now with that same exact brush, I'm gonna dip into the shade 518, which is the bright light orange color. I'm obsessed with this orange. It is so neon, so cool. And I'm going to just blend the yellow and red shades together.
Okay, next he used a neon orange shade, so I'm going to use this one with the same brush. Alright, moving on.
I'm gonna dip this brush into the shade Skip, which is the bright neon pink, and I'm gonna use this to connect the red and diffuse out that edge of the purple.
Alright, going to use this neon pink to do this. This is actually a Morphe brush. This came in an eyeshadow brush set, so it doesn't have any numbering. Alright, moving on.
I'm next gonna grab my other M456 that comes in the collection and dip into the shade Escape. This is the darker purple shade, and I'm gonna pop this right in the outer V to start creating some dimension.
Alright, taking the same Pro Art brush and dipping it into the first shade that we used, I'm gonna add dimensions to this. Alright, done.
For my outer corner, I'm gonna grab my M506 brush from the brush set and dip into a little bit of the shade Spooky, the black shade in the palette. I'm gonna be very, very careful because I don't wanna add too much. Just kind of patting that on there and lightly blending it out. And then going back into my M456 and this Escape.
Alright, I'm going to take my same Morphe brush, dip it into the black and accentuate the outer corner. Then again, he took the deep purple and mixed the two. So that's what I'm going to do. Okay, very lightly. And going back to the deep purple shade again. Done.
Now we're at the stage where I want to cut the crease and lay down the rest of the shadows. So I'm going to grab an M224 brush, this is my favorite concealer, and just a thick white concealer. And I'm just gonna go right in on the inner corner, cutting my crease a little bit bigger than normal.
Alright, to cut the crease, I'm going to use another DU Care brush, and this is Krylon Supra Color in white. Alright, the crease has been cut.
I'm gonna grab a tiny bit more of that concealer on the paintbrush. I just dab a little bit off, and I'm gonna go in and actually diffuse out those edges because I don't want this to be a cut crease. I want it to be like a paper cut crease.
Alright, we need to diffuse the cut crease now. I've grabbed a pencil brush which came with another eye makeup brush set by Morphe. Diffuse it a little bit and diffuse the crease as well. Okay, the crease is definitely difficult to diffuse. It's not looking as white as it should. This was not that easy to do, but I tried.
Now I'm gonna grab an M166 brush and dip into the white shade in the palette, which is Flashback. And I also decided to place it in the middle row as well because a lot of you guys love using white when it comes to either drag or theater or just avant-garde looks in general.
Alright, so he set the white with a white shade. I am going to use the white from 35B. And I'm using another Morphe brush from the set. Next step.
Once that white is set in, I'm just gonna take my original fluffy brushes and just go lightly over those edges to even diffuse it a little bit more.
Okay, so he diffused the white a bit more. Mine looks okay, but still, let's just do it. Alright.
Now, to fix this whole moment in here, because this is obviously not the tea, I'm gonna add some blue. I'm first gonna grab my M124 brush, this is just a tiny little packing brush, and dip into the shade Acapella, which is our metallic blue shade. And I'm gonna give it a little bit of a spritz using the Morphe Prep and Set. And I'm gonna pack this shade right on here.
Pro Art AE26 brush, Pack Micro Makeup Fixer. And I'm going to use this metallic shade from the palette. That's done. Next.
Then on our dirty M456, I'm gonna grab the shade Cola, which is our dark blue matte shade. And just pop it right in there to make sure the purple and blue are blended together. And then going back in and blending this edge.
Alright guys, I'm going to take this shade to do this. This is a brush from the Wet n Wild dupe brush set. And that's done.
And on that same brush, I'm next gonna grab the shade Hello and pop that right in the middle of that dark blue and the white.
Guys, that shade is not there in Morphe 35B, and the closest dupe which I could find was in Maybelline City Mini palette. I'm going to use this shade to do this. Again, I'm gonna spray some Pack Makeup Fixer. Okay, I think this really works. Alright, that's done. Now moving on.
Just to add some more dimension to the lid, I'm going to use the Peaches and Cream glitter base and a few different glitters that I have. This one is from In Your Dreams, this one is from Peaches, and this one is from the craft store, and I'm just going to pack that right over top of the white.
Okay, he's packing glitter on top of the white. I don't have any chunky glitter because I don't use them, but I've got this packed glitter in Silver Leaf, which I think will go well with this look. First, I'm going to apply PAC Sparkly Distraction Glitter Primer. And then I'll start applying the glitter. Okay, done.
And then just finally some super chunky pieces from the craft store.
Those I don't have.
And then to finish off the upper lash line, we're just going to grab a liquid black liner and just go right over that to hide the lashes that we're going to put on in a little bit.
I'm just going to use Lakme Insta liner for this because the lash is going to come on top regardless. Alright, next.
The lower lash line for this look is actually going to be pretty easy, just slapping on some color. So I'm first going to grab my M456 that has a little bit of the excess purple shade on it and just dip one more time into Single. And I'm going to use this to blend together this outer corner.
Alright, dipping into the same purple color with a Pro Art brush.
With my M124 brush, dipping into the shade Brother, the bright blue shade. I love this color. I'm just going to pop this right up against that lower lash line next to the purple.
Now I'm going to pack this shade on top of that.
For buffing out the lower lash line, I'm going to dip into the bright green shade, which is called Social Blade. And I'm going to pop this right next to that blue, blending it in, and also creating a faux inner corner as well.
Okay, for this I'm going to use this Morphe brush, which again doesn't have a number, and I'm going to use this shade. And that's done.
Now I'm going to grab the M421 brush and dip into a little bit more of that white concealer. And I'm going to use this to create a new lower lash line.
Okay, create a new lower lash line. This is not an easy tutorial, guys. This is just not an easy tutorial. I'm going to use PAC 315 brush. This is an eyeliner brush to create a new lower lash line with the same Krylon Supra color. Alright, this looks okay.
Using a tiny little liner brush, I'm just going to dip into the dark green shade, which is called Daddy. Just going to line right up against the white over top of the green area, just for a little bit more dimension.
I'm going to dip the same brush in this dark green shade. The bright green is almost not visible here. Alright, next.
And then using that same brush, gonna dip into Cola and do the same thing in the blue. And then same thing with Escape in the purple.
Alright, now he's just applied all those shades again just to build them up more. So that's exactly what I'm going to do. Done.
Using a tiny bit more of that Peaches glitter glue, I'm just going to pop some right on top of that white as well, just so everything is like flowing nicely together.
I'm going to apply it with the same eyeliner brush this time, just to be on the safer side. Okay, moving on. I hope it's done now.
Just gonna pop on a quick coat of a mascara, and then just popping on a wispy lash.
Mascara, I'm using L'Oreal Paris Voluminous Lash Paradise Mascara. And lashes would be Huda Beauty Jade.
And then just gonna pop on a little lash spike right in the middle of the lower lash line.
I don't have those, so I'm just going to apply mascara on my lower lash line.
Alright you guys, and that is one eye of this Unleash Your Inner Artist campaign look all complete. I'm gonna go do the other one off camera quickly to save some time, and I'll be right back to finish off the rest of this look.
I'm going to do that too. I'm gonna go and finish off the other eye and shall see you in a bit. And I'm back, guys. I have finished the other eye as well, and now we come to that bit of this tutorial which I dread the most. I've never painted my face. I'm not going to paint my body. I'm only going to paint my face and probably my neck. Yeah.
I'm gonna take a fresh makeup wipe and I'm going to basically like wipe off this area because I'm gonna put white there and it's not gonna mix, or I don't want it to mix with the foundation or else it'll be tan.
Let's do that. So I've wiped the makeup off from the said areas, and I've also tied my hair up because I'm going to paint my face for the first time. Let's move on.
To paint my face white, I'm going to use the Krylon Aqua Color, what is this, pan thing?
I am going to use Krylon Supra Color. Okay, let's just do it this much. Okay, his forehead is definitely bigger than mine because this is how it looks on my face, but I guess so far not too bad. Okay, let's see what he's doing next.
I'm just gonna grab a tiny bit of foundation on the back of my hand. And with that same exact fan brush, I'm just gonna go like over, just like I did with the white, some of those edges, just to kind of bring back some of the foundation and make it truly look like it is being painted on.
I don't really have a tiny fan brush, but I'm going to use this brush, just flatten it out and try to create that effect on my face. Let's see if it works out. I don't think so this is working out. This is difficult without a fan brush. Guys, the other brush also did not work, so I'm just going to use my eyeliner brush and create that kind of effect on my face. Okay, this is the best that I could do, honestly.
Now I just have to paint my entire body white. Okay, let's do it.
Just the neck. So that's about it, guys. This is the final look. I know that it is not perfect, but then James Charles is an icon. He's just way too talented, and I only tried something like this for the first time in my life. I've never even painted my face, so apologies if you don't think that this is good enough. I only tried. And I know that I look really funny talking like this with a white paint on, but I really hope that you had fun watching this video, guys. This one took a lot of hard work. If you don't follow me on Instagram, you can do that too. I post a lot of makeup stuff and some random stuff. If at all you want, you can go ahead and follow me there as well. And guys, if you do like this video, please leave a like, and if you have not subscribed already, make sure that you hit that red button. We have a lot of fun things like this coming up, so make sure you hit that red button and subscribe. Alright, time for me to wipe off this makeup now. It's gonna take a while, so I'm gonna sign off for now. I shall see you guys in my next video. Bye bye. Mwah. Too much white on my face.